I used to get really frustrated with God and be like, God, why didn't you save me sooner before I made these mistakes, before I met this person, whatever it was. And I would get jealous of my Christian brothers and sisters that had always been saved and always known Jesus their entire lives. And I'd be like, "Ugh, I wouldn't have done any of this had you entered my life sooner." And I used to just like wrestle with that with God. But, and I still don't fully know the reason why. And I don't always have peace about that. Like it's something I still wrestle with from time to time. However, one thing that has made me so grateful for is that I feel like I do have a special gift of being understanding, having empathy and being relatable to other people that have been in the world and are still in the world. It allows me to be able to talk about God in a way that is not scaring people away or coming or sounding in a way inexperienced or sheltered the way I think some Christians might come off. Um, and I will say, like, being able to compare what it was like living without Jesus and living in the world in the darkness and then coming into the light and seeing everything that life is now. I could be in my hardest season as a Christian, going through the hardest things. And I think back to when I was honestly, in a worldly sense, having a much easier time financially doing better and having better friends and doing more things and like doing all of the things that you would think make somebody happy. And I just think about the peace and the joy that I have now far surpasses that. And I never want to go back to that life. I don't desire it at all. And I think being able to compare my life before, even with the best of things, to my life now, I'm so grateful that I can compare that and look back at that and be like, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to that sin. Like there's such a gratitude that I have. So while there are times that I still struggle where I'm like, God, like I wish I had known you before I did these things or said these things or met these people. I'm so grateful that I have you now. Because look at what you delivered me from, but also I'm able to talk to people in such a relatable way. And I like that people that are not believers can come to me and talk to me and we can talk about Jesus in a way where I can be understanding and empathize because I've lived that life and I've done those things. And I like that I can now not be judgmental because of my own life experience. So if you're somebody that also wrestles with that, let that be your hope. And let's just find joy in the fact that we are all saved, whether you were saved at birth and you never like didn't know Jesus or you didn't know Jesus until you were 40. I mean, I'm just glad that we're all going to heaven together. But yeah, anyways, that's a positive perspective on if you're saved later in life.